man who is always grabbing at life usually has not learned how life gives. He sees abundance as something running away from him, and so he runs after it with fear, strain, and restless hands. He pushes conversations before trust is formed. He demands reward before value is proven. He asks for harvest before the soil has been prepared. He wants the door opened before he has become fit to enter the room. Then when life does not bend to his urgency, he sighs, fortune is against him. But fortune is not always against him. Often the law is against his disorder. Abundance does not respect panic. It respects preparation. It does not remain with a man who only wants more. It remains with a man who becomes more useful, more ordered, more faithful, more steady, and more capable of carrying what he asks to receive. There is a quite difference between attracting and forcing. Forcing comes from fear, attracting comes from alignment. Forcing says, I must have this now, or I'm nothing. Attraction says, I will become the kind of a man through whom increase can move rightly. Forcing is anxious. Attracting is certain. Forcing tries to tear up fruit from the branch before its season. Attracting plants, waters, protects, and waits with intelligent action. Forcing often damages character in the chase for results. Attracting strengthens character until the result has a proper home. The man who forces might appear ambitious, but much of his movement is only disguised fear. The man who attracts might move calmly, but his calm is not idleness, it is discipline defied. Abundance begins with fitness. Remember that. A vessel must be fit to hold what is poured into it. A field must be fit to receive a seed. A man must be fit to receive increase without wasting it, corrupting it, fearing it, or losing it through disorder. Many men ask for more money, but they have not governed a little. They ask for a greater opportunity, but they have not honored the small duty. They ask for influence, but their speech is not clean. They ask for peace, but their mind is crowded with complaint. They ask for favor, but their conduct is unreliable. They ask for harvest, but the daily seed is poor. Life is not cruel. When it delays increase from such a man, it might be protecting him from the weight of what he is not yet prepared to hold. This is why you must not begin with the question, how can I get more? Begin with the question, how can I become the man who more can trust? That question will change you. It will send you back to your habits. It will examine your speech. It will question your use of time. It will make you look at the way you handle small sums, small duties, small promises, small corrections, and small opportunities. It will expose where you have been asking for abundance while practicing poverty in conduct. A man does not attract abundance by pretending he is ready. He attracts it by becoming ready. I taught that desire must be definite, but desire alone is not enough. A vague wish has no magnetism. A desperate wish has no order. A noble desire becomes powerful only when you join faith, plan, service, discipline, and persistence. The mind must know that it wants why it wants it, what it will get in return, what kind of a man must be formed in the process. Abundance is not drawn to a wandering desire. It is drawn to a definite purpose that has taken command of the whole life. When the purpose is clear, the man begins to organize himself around it. His day changes, his decision change, his association change, his use of money changes, his attitude toward work changes. His whole life begins to speak one language. Many men are divided, and division repel increase. They say they want abundance, but they continue to speak lack. They say they want success, but they secretly resent successful men. They say they want more, but they waste what is already in hand. They say they believe, but their conduct is governed by fear. They say they are ready, but they avoid correction. They say opportunity has not come, but they are careless with the opportunity hidden in the ordinary duty. This division weakens the mind. One part calls increase, another part sends it away. One part asks for harvest, another part neglects the soil. To attract abundance without forcing it, a man must stop contradicting his own desire. Alignment is the remedy. Alignment means the thought, the word, the act, the habit, and the aim are moving in the same direction. The man says, I desire increase, and then proves it by increasing value. He says, I desire freedom, and then proves it by governing money. He says, I desire peace, and then proves it by purifying speech and refusing needless conflict. He says, I desire opportunity, and then proves it by preparing before opportunity arrives. He says, I desire abundance, and then proves it by becoming a better steward of the present. This is attraction, not idle dreaming, not anxious grasping, but inner and out agreement with the law of increase, the first form of abundance. It's not full of pursuit, it is rich in mind. A rich mind asks, what can I build? A poor mind asks, why has nothing come to me? A rich mind studies value. A poor mind studies resentment. A rich mind sees the small beginning as seed. A poor mind sees it as insult. A rich mind gives it thanks for the material at hand. A poor mind despises it because it is not yet harvest. A rich mind becomes calm because it knows law. A poor mind becomes frantic because it trusts chance. The past often follows the condition of the mind more closely than men admit. If you want abundance, become rich in gratitude before you become rich in possession. Gratitude is not weakness. It is not pretending that you have not desire for growth. It is the right use of what already exists. The ungrateful man wastes his present while demanding a greater future. He despises the tool because it is not yet a factory. He despises the coin because it is not yet fortune. He despises the lesson because it is not yet reward. He despises the humble duty because it is not yet honor. Gratitude says, I will use what I have so well that life might trust me with more. That spirit has power. Gratitude also clears the poison of envy. Envy is a poor soil. Nothing noble grows in it. When a man envies, he turns another man's harvest into his own bitterness. He looks at success and becomes injured instead of instructed. He asks, why him? Instead of asking, what law did he obey? This keeps him poor because he wastes his strength judging the fruit while refusing to study the root. If another man has prospered honestly, learn from him. Study his discipline, his courage, his service, his patience, his order, his persistence. Do not let his abundance make you smaller. Let it make you wiser. Another man's harvest can become a school. A man who forces abundance often does so because he is comparing. He sees the neighbor's barn full and curses his own field. He forgets that fields have different seasons, different seeds, different labor, and different histories. Comparison makes him impatient. Impatient makes him careless. Carelessness makes him choose shortcuts. Shortcuts often damage the very foundation he should have been strengthening. The wise man does not abandon his field because another field appears greener. He examines his soil, he improves his method. He plants better seed, he returns to his definite purpose. He knows that abundance cannot be forced by copying another man's appearance. It must be grown through its own causes. Service is one of the greatest causes of abundance. The man who asks only, "How can I receive?" becomes narrow. The man who asks, "How can I render greater value?" begins to expand. Service turns attention away from lack and places it upon usefulness. It makes a man study needs, solve problems, improve methods, keep promises, and increase the worth of his labor. This is why service is not mere kindness. It is economic law, moral law, and spiritual law working together. The man who renders honest value becomes necessary. The necessary man is not easily ignored. Opportunity seeks usefulness more readily than it seeks complaint. Do not misunderstand service. It does not mean becoming weak, cheap, used by every demanding person. It means giving excellent value in the field where you are called to work. It means refusing the spirit of minimum effort. It means doing the task with thought, order, and pride of workmanship. It means leaving the work better than you found it. It means making your work dependable. It means creating trust. It means invisible capital. A man may not see it peeling up, but one day it opens a door, brings a recommendation, creates an opportunity, or saves him in a season of uncertainty. Abundance often travels on the road of trust. Trust begins in small things. The man who cannot be trusted with a small promise should not complain that life has not trusted him with a large responsibility. The man who wastes a small coin should not complain that greater money has not strayed. The man